Did the lopsidedness of the voting surprise you in the American League?
Yes, although, the fact that you had basically, 27 first place for Altuve, 27 second place for Judge, you could have everybody just arriving at the same basically correct conclusion. It's almost like when you're judging a boxing match. You could have it 12-zip and still have a competitive fight. You just thought one guy won every round.
Do you believe, we went over the numbers yesterday, Judge beats him in a lot of numbers, including 3 of the 4 indices for WAR. He wins that as well. So why do you think that Altuve was the pick?
Well, I think it's razor close. I don't think there's a bad choice. I know if you look at how clutch the guy was at the plate, there are numbers for this, and there's win probability added, and there Altuve has an edge, a big edge on Judge. Judge, though, has more volume, context neutral, which is like, batting average, on-base slugging. He slugged 80 points higher. The other thing that was interesting, and so I think it's that close, but it is interesting that Judge actually has more defensive runs saved. And you could even see that in the playoffs where Altuve, is a very good fielder. Judge is sometimes a game-changing fielder. And, Michael, you saw that. He makes spectacular plays. I mean, plays in the outfield save more runs than plays in the infield. Base running goes to Altuve. But you put it all together, you tell me. I really thought that Altuve could affect winning a little bit more, and he did because of his hits were at bigger moments. But if you want to tell me that Judge was just, objectively the better player and the better slugger, I think that's correct, too.
The other end of this thing is the most valuable. Who is the most valuable to their team? And the one analytics is WAR. But 3 of the 4 WARs had Judge higher than Altuve. So there's a two-pronged question here, Kenny. Number one, how valuable is WAR to determine how the case of the Astros having 10 more wins than the Yankees did, and which WAR do you pick? Because there's 4 of them.
I think the best WAR is the Baseball Reference WAR. Baseball Reference WAR uses defensive runs saved. Fangraphs WAR uses ultimate zone rating, which I think the state of the art right now is defensive runs saved. We don't have some perfect StatCast model yet for defense. We probably will in the next few years, but I would just go Baseball Reference WAR. That's what I go by. And by the way, WAR is an approximation. It's an economic model. So Altuve is 8.3 wins above replacement. Judge is 8.1. It's essentially the same. I don't get caught up in, hey, it's 0.2 higher. That's meaningless. They're about the same player, but at least it lets you know those are your 2 top candidates, and 8 wins above replacement is huge.